Well, hello everybody. We'll wait till we get some more watchers before we really start talking a lot about what we're looking at. But we're at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort on Easter Sunday, April 1st, 2018. What you've got there is a view of the beautiful new 15-story tower they're building here at Coronado. So we're going to take a walk around and do a little construction update. So we just left the building we're staying in, which is 8A, Cabana's 8A, which is the closest building to the dig site pool. And we're walking along in front of 8B right now, which is right over here. So that's 8B. That building right there is the laundry that's right by the pool out in front of Cabana's 9A, which is currently the closest building to the construction that's going on. You might hear a pump run in the background. That thing pretty much runs 24/7, 365 around here during the construction. Really doesn't bother you. It's kind of like listening to a big air conditioner run or something. Not too obnoxious. Obviously it's a Sunday, so they're not working today. So there's no construction guys out here. So it's pretty quiet. So they have some temporary signage here. This is walking up between 9A and 8B. They have that sign just telling you which way to go and stuff. Just temporary why this walkway is blocked off for the construction. Once the construction's done, it'll probably be reopened, I'm assuming. There's a quiet pool at 9A. See a few people out there enjoying themselves. Got pretty warm today, warmer than expected. It was only supposed to be in the upper 70s, but it ended up being warmer than that. I think it was like 84. So we're gonna walk all the way down here to the end of the walkway. It's right up next to construction. So this will be this pump run at its loudest. We've been told that they're not renting these rooms out in this end of this building right now. That basically this end of 9A is closed because they don't want to, have the complaints, obviously. I would estimate that 4 will be done mid-April, so you should be good. We're loving our room in Cabana's 8A. It's awesome. It's our favorite building anyway, so it's just a bonus that it's refurb. But here you go, you can hear the pump. So this is the worst noise you're gonna get, is that one. It's keeping the lake level down while they're building the restaurant out there, and we'll go take a look at that in a minute. But there it is. It's getting there. According to our sources here, it's got 3 more stories to go. So, so here's the Cabana's beach. I love this beach. And there you're looking, that's right across the water there. It might be hard to see with it's so bright out, but that's 8A right across the water there. Like I said, this one's 9A. Right here with the quiet pool. And 8B's in between them. So we're going to walk back around past the dig site and we'll go take a look. Now we know building 5 went down at least 2 or 3 weeks ago for refurb. So they got started doing the demo on that one. And they're finishing up on 4 right now. And like I just said earlier, it should be mid-April is the estimate on when that'll be opened back up. And when that gets opened back up, then 6A will be going down for refurbishment. At least that's what we assume. It would make the most sense. They're just going to work their way back around. Initially, they had done test buildings. They did 8A in Cabanas, 7A in Ranchos. Those are the 2 that are already done for standard rooms. And then they worked their way over and started on casitas on the preferred. So all 3 preferred buildings and casitas are done now. Buildings 1, 2, and 3. So if you book a preferred room, you're guaranteed a refurbished room. And then, like I said, in a couple weeks, Casitas 4 will open up, and it'll be the first standard Casitas building to be refurbed and reopened. So this is 8B. Again, say we're retracing our steps. And hopefully this gimbal is making the video less shaky. My wonderful wife bought this for me about a week ago, so bear with me. I'm getting used to it too. Should make the video a lot less shaky though. Some more Cabanas Beach. And this is the walkway right here that runs between 8A and 8B. Goes out to the parking lot and the bus stop. Bus stop is right in the center of the screen, right there. So 8A and 8B are both very close to bus stop 4, which is the second to last bus stop picked up on the way to the parks. The last one to be picked up is stop 1 over at El Centro. So here's the end of 8A right here. And that walkway where those people are walking right over there is going back to Rancho's. That one runs back and goes between Rancho's 7A and 7B. 7A has been refurbished, 7B has not. So we're going to forego the dig site right now because I can tell by the way it sounds it's super busy in there. And I don't want to stick a camera in the face of a bunch of people in their bathing suits. They probably wouldn't appreciate it, so we will walk around the front and get a better look at the tower. And like I said, the sources are telling us that it's got 3 more levels to go, so it's almost there. They should have most of that outside major construction done. Well, if they did, they're doing about 2 floors a month, so another 6 weeks, they should be topping it off. I'm sure as you can see, they're already starting to frame out the outside walls on the lower levels, so. Shelly and I will be back here end of November, first week of December, like right after Thanksgiving. And I'm assuming it'll be sealed to the weather by then. I'm going to go out on a limb and make that prediction. Here's the famous Coronado Bridge. The one that's in every picture that everybody that stays here takes a picture of this at night because it's so pretty when it's lit up at night. And it does go across, and then it links to that temporary bridge right there that runs to El Centro. This bridge used to lead to the Cabanas path. That's just where we were, right over there, until we walked all the way around. But you just saw, it literally took me 5 minutes to walk all the way around this. People always say how huge this place is. Seriously, I walked further than that to go to the bathroom at a park. So I figured I'd give you a nice shot of the tower here, and we'll talk about, like I said, the temporary bridge. Oh, and Tammy wanted us to find out too if they're doing Surrey bikes, and I don't see any from here, but we'll check on that later. They normally do the Surrey bikes here, but I know they stopped doing them at Caribbean Beach because of the construction, so it's possible to stop doing it here. I don't know if wind noise is killing you guys or not, but it's kind of breezy out here. It feels kind of good. We're actually expecting some rain, so this might end abruptly. I might end up having to run, but we'll see. It works good for video. I don't know if the sun isn't so bright. So what we're looking at now is the construction of the new restaurant that's going in the middle of the lake. Now what I've determined are those gray looking pylons, the ones kind of right there in the center of your screen, are the ones the restaurant's going to sit on, because they're either completely steel or they're coated in steel. So it makes sense they're going to support the most weight. And what you're seeing right across the water there, Casitas 1 and 3, 2 is kind of behind them, and then 4 and 5. So as you can see, they have a big barge sitting out there with a big crane on it that's going to be building this restaurant. This is going to be super cool, by the way. I can't wait to go out there and have a drink or have something to eat. But if you look, Right over there heading towards El Centro, you can see those wooden pylons. That's going to be for one of the walkways that goes out to it. And that dumps you right in front of essentially where Maya Grill is in El Centro. Then there's supposed to be another one coming this way, but they might put that in last because the barge needs a way out, obviously. But on the other side of the barge, there's another walkway heading right over there to Casitas 4. And they're hard to see behind it, but if you look right behind it, you can see the wooden pylons in the water. So those will, right where that fencing is, by Casitas 4. So if you stayed in that end of Casitas 4, like on the ground floor, you'd be like 20 steps from a bar, which would be kind of cool if you're into such things. I may or may not be once in a while, but not usually. But if you're like some young single people, that would be pretty awesome. Here's the dig site. We'll show you the back side. This vegetation has been cut down a lot since last time I was here. This used to be a lot bigger. Oh, maybe that was hurricane damage. I was here in October, but I don't remember what it looked like. But the volleyball court used to be covered up a lot more than that. There's Siesta's Cantina. The pyramid. Hot tub's right over there. As you can see, there is a sign. Guests only, and they will check your magic bands. So if you're staying somewhere else and you're thinking I come over here and hang out at the pool at Coronado, probably not a good idea. You might get embarrassed. So there's a better shot of the pylons that are in the water for the walkway that will be going to Casitas. Like I said, I think there's supposed to be one coming right about over in this direction possibly, or maybe over where that dock is, to kind of service the ranchos and cabanas areas. Over here they've got another barge. They're probably going to use that one to haul the construction supplies out there or something. It looks about the same size as the one that crane is sitting on. So you can see over there in the distance, that's Ranchos. And it looks like that's all freshly painted. That's 6A. That'll be the next one that goes down for refurb. Casitas 5 right there. They still need to paint the outside of Casitas 5. As you can tell the difference between the color and Casitas 4. They went to more browns and stuff. They've got rid of a lot of the teals. Because there's the rest of the Casitas over there. You see they kind of match. And they just repainted the whole front of El Centro too. I kind of like the colors. They're a little darker than the old ones. It's kind of neat. The whole place used to look like that part of El Centro. The lighter pastels. They're kind of going with a darker palette. We got a storm whipping up. I can feel it. This Florida one's a little through, I'm sure, in 20 minutes. So, is anybody watching and would like to see something specific? Before I start getting wet, go ahead and just type it in the chat. And if you type it and I miss it, then type it again, because I'm trying not to trip and fall down too. So it's hard to see the screen with my sunglasses. Sounds like everybody's having a ball over at the pool. I'm surprised they haven't cleared it out yet, because usually when a storm starts getting close, they clear it out. Might happen soon. So there's a better shot of those, like I said, the metal pylons. The ones that I believe are going to be, you can see some of them they've got capped off with flanges already. I think they drive them down and then they cut them all off level, and then that'll be what the restaurant sits on. And like I mentioned in a live video last night, the water level is taken down, I would say 2 to 3 feet from what it normally is here. You can kind of look, it's hard to see. And I believe that's, to do with the construction. Well, I'm glad I can help. I live vicariously through a lot of people when I'm not here, so because obviously this is where I always want to be. There's kind of a cool shot of the tower. As you can see, you can kind of see where the main lobby is going to be. See that arch? And you can see straight through the building. So that's going to be pretty dramatic. I'm sure it's all going to be all glass or something. And Tammy, I don't know if you're watching, but if you are, I'll check on the Surrey bike thing later. So I'm not going to go all the way over there in case it starts to pour. I want to be within running distance of my room. I go get cleaned up pretty soon. We've got dinner reservations at Ohana tonight at 7:55, I think. And I'm thinking Happily Ever After is at 9. So we're going to get there a little early, and we're going to ask for a window seat. Tell them we're willing to wait for it, because that would be cool to be able to see the fireworks from the Poly. People were asking about fireworks last night. Could see studios really, really well from the front of El Centro. I had to run up to El Centro real quick, and they were going on, and I was in the parking lot, and they were literally like probably an eighth of a mile from here. They shoot them off right there on the other side of Buena Vista Drive, and great view of them. Now I'm sure if you're in any of the Casitas buildings over there, especially the upper floors, you can probably get a great view of them there too. And tell you what's going to have spectacular views when that thing's done, from the restaurant that's going up on the roof of it. From what we're told, you'll be able to see fireworks at all three parks that have them, from DHS, Epcot, and Magic Kingdom. So that will be a reservation to get, I'm sure. Hopefully we California Grill quality fireworks viewing with way less the cost. Pumps running over there. There's 9A, 8B, and way over there where we're staying, 8A. Again, our favorite building. Just a side note, we love the refurbished rooms. There's so much storage in them. You know, when we used to come here, you had stuff everywhere in suitcases and everything. With the high beds, all your suitcases lying under there, all kinds of storage space, all kinds of closet space, cupboard space. So you pretty much can stash everything, which is kind of nice. Imagine you have 4 people staying in a room for 9 or 10 days. You get a little crazy. Oops, sorry about that wind again. But you can see the sky, it's getting a little crazy looking. Okay, well that's it for now. I'm sure we'll have plenty more live videos while we're here. This is only day 2, and we're here 9 days, so make sure you're getting sick of me by the time we leave. So we'll talk to y'all later.